Today, I would like to talk to you a little bit about one of my passions, language learning. I would like to start by asking, who in the audience has ever studied another language? Congratulations! Those of you with your hands raised have incredible advantages over your monolingual friends and colleagues. I'll bet that you all didn't know that by learning additional language, you were enhancing your cognitive development, improving your chances at success when studying an additional language, preventing your mental capacity from diminishing, particularly as you age, which is something important to all of us, and that you are making yourselves less anxious and more able to tolerate ambiguity. However, onto a more serious topic. I would imagine that you might also know about the rather dire situation in our public schools when it comes to opportunities for language learning. For example, funding cuts inevitably reach the, quote, non-essential subjects first, including foreign language instruction. It is also the case that public schools make time to teach non-English speaking students English, but don't prioritize teaching English speaking students a second language. Why might this be the case? To help understand this issue, we can look to language learning motivation theory in the realm of second language acquisition. There has been a recent development in the field of motivation research called the ought to self, which is a topic that I am currently researching. This idea indicates that language learning motivation is directly linked to societal expectations. And at this point, I would stop and give examples from the current research as well as from my own research. In the case of the schools in the United States, since society doesn't emphasize the importance of knowing more than one language, the school systems inevitably follow suit. But, you might ask, doesn't learning more than one language actually impede cognitive growth in children? This is a common misconception brought upon in part by a misinterpretation of standardized test scores. But I can assure you, standing here today, that the answer is a resounding no. Bilingualism and multilingualism actually enhance cognitive growth. They do not impede it. In fact, there are several school systems around the world that have supported bilingual education for years, and their programs are wildly successful. And at this point, I would stop and go into details about one or two of these programs worldwide. In conclusion, Americans can no longer afford to remain monolingual in this burgeoning global society. You are all global ambassadors, and being a global ambassador requires the knowledge of a language other than English. There are three key words that summarize the need for a stronger language learning agenda in the United States: education, perspective, and change. Thank you all for your attention.